Hi everyone, welcome to Provisual Tutorials. In this video, I'll show you how you can easily set up and showcase your design using Provisual and 3D models. Let's navigate to the 3D Models section and select a mockup for our tutorial. The library contains a great variety of high-quality 3D models, and it is updated weekly. In this tutorial, we will learn how to customize a 3D model of an inflated character, a street-style outfit with puffer jacket and pants. Let's select a 3D model that suits us from the vast Provisual library. Let's take a closer look. In my opinion, a very original 3D model. Let's create a new project. This is what our default model looks like. Let's start setting up the materials. Let's start with the face element. We need to change the face material to something smoother. Next, let's change the color of the material. You can either select or customize the color using the color palette, or enter the color code manually, like this. Now let's tweak the material itself. We'll make it lighter and softer. Let's turn the model a little and adjust the hood. In the Materials gallery, we will select the material that looks best. And then we will change the color of this material. Now let's add reflections. Next, we will copy the material settings and apply them to the jacket element. Now let's change the color of the material. Like this. We've got a beautiful material. Let's copy it and apply to the sleeves. The next step is to configure the cuffs. Here we will change the color of the material and adjust the texture. Now let's copy these material settings and apply them to the cuffs on the pants. Moving on to the settings of our character's hands. For this, we need the body element. Let's change the material. Let's choose a material from the leather category. Leopard material will give us a bright accent. Looks amazing. Let's copy this material and apply it to the top of the boots. Now let's set up the pants. We will also change the material. Next, we change the color of the material and customize the material. Now we will set up other parts of the boots. Let's select the collar and change the material to a more shiny one. Chrome material is what we need. Next, let's change the shade of the chrome. Now let's copy the material settings and apply them to the flips element as well. Moving on to setting up the boots element. Let's change the material again and customize it. Changing the size of the texture and tweaking the highlights on the material. Not forgetting about the sole element. Let's rotate our 3D model and turn off drop shadow for more precise adjustment of this part. Let's change the color of the material to a brighter one. Okay, turn the drop shadow back on. Okay, we have set up all the materials of our 3D model. Now let's add the design. To add the design, click on the Add Design button on the Design Layers panel. You can also download a UV map and create your design in another editor. I've already prepared some images for our inflated character. Let's add the design first element. You can change the opacity to make the whitish elements of our design more visible. In this window, we see the editor, where we can move and modify our design. Let's reset the coordinates of the position of our design and change the opacity, saving the design. The next step is to apply our design. Let's start with the face element. We need to select the Design tab. Now let's change the color of the design. Like this. Great. Moving on to the jacket element to set up the design the same way. Select the layer with our design so that it becomes active. Now let's set up our design material. Let's turn off the visibility of the design map. Now we can change the color of the design, like this. Next, let's adjust the highlights of the material for our design. Perfect. Let's copy the design settings and apply them to the sleeves. Select the layer with our design so that it becomes active and paste the material. We will also turn off the visibility of the design map here. Great! Now let's turn off the visibility of the design for the cuffs element. To do this, go to the cuffs element and turn off the visibility of our design. Let's also turn off the visibility of the hood design. Great job! The next step is to tweak the lighting on our character a bit. Let's go to the Environment tab. We will adjust the lighting to make our model look more voluminous and attractive. Great! We will change the spotlight settings too. We'll set the lighting horizontally and vertically to highlight the curves of our inflated character. Now let's see what types of pre-made backgrounds we have available. We can choose a solid fill as the background, or we can go for a gradient fill. We can select the desired colors and also set the direction of the fill, linear or radial. You can also pick one of the pre-designed backgrounds that we've prepared for you. Or add your own image. Let's add one. Excellent. You can enable moving lights to see how the light enhances the shape and the textures of the 3D model. You can also rotate the 3D model to see how the design looks in motion. Saving our project. After you've completed your design, you can share it by clicking the Share button. You'll get a shareable link to open the interactive viewer with your 3D model. Share it with colleagues, friends, or clients. And that's the end of our tutorial on creating the design of the inflated character. We hope this has been helpful for you. See you in the upcoming tutorials.